Hello, good morning, students. Welcomes you in Divine Academy. Today, in our today's session, I will explain you most important short note of lesson number 8, planning and conservation of resources. This short note you need to understand. It is not a question to learn by heart and cram only, but it is a question to understand and to learn. Not only for the exam, but it is useful at each and every stage of your life. Let us start. Planning and conservation of resources, page number 60, social science. Human needs are unlimited while the resources are limited. This point already we discussed. Day by day the population increase, so the consumption of the resources increase. It means our needs are increasing for industrial purpose, for our urbanization, to fulfill our basic needs, for irrigation purpose, for building construction purpose, and for our fulfill our day-to-day requirement of food, clothes, house, transportation, communication. For all these needs, we utilize the resources. It means our needs are unlimited while the resources are limited. So why its planning is necessary. Here this use of the resources increases mainly due to development in the field of science and technology and due to the population explosion. We will have to save these resources for the future generation. Otherwise, scarcity will be created in future. We will have to be experience in future severe scarcity if we will not conserve the resources. So why it is the duty of all of us to conserve the resources for the future generation. Resources should be conserved and should be used rationally. In yesterday's session, this point I discussed with you. Now, what is conservation? The word conservation is directly related to the scarcity of resources. Those resources which are limited, its conservation is necessary. See, sunlight conservation not required, because sunlight abundant available, it will never existed, so why its conservation is not required. But fresh, potable, drinkable water scarcity, so why its conservation is necessary. Petroleum and minerals are in limited quantity in our interior of the earth, so why its conservation is necessary. In short, the word conservation is directly related to the scarcity of resources. What is conservation? Second point, when there is a danger of existence on the life of a tree or a human life on the earth, and whatever arrangement made for it, it is called its conservation. Here life is in danger. Human life is in danger when the drinkable water is not available, when pure air is not available, when our basic requirements do not able to fulfill, then our existence on this earth will be challenging. And so why arrangement made to conserve the resources and existence of the man and tree on this earth. For example, global warming. Due to global warming, imbalance is created in climate. Many natural disasters occurred. At present, irregular rainfall. At present, temperature is increasing. Proportion of carbon dioxide increases in the atmosphere, and the fertility of the soil is decreasing. Earthquake, cyclone are also this kind of disaster, natural and man-made, due to human activities, and due to that the human life is in danger, its existence on this earth, right beta, is in danger. So why we need to conserve our resources, means land conservation, forest conservation, water conservation, mineral resources conservation, and for that whatever arrangement we made, it is called conservation. Now on 60 page points are given. Understand about the planning and the conservation of resources in details. So here, as per the textbook point, I would like to explain you. First point, for the planning, whenever you sit for the planning, we need to gather the information about the availability of utilized, unutilized and probable resources of any region or any country as a part of unit. For example, water resource. How much water is available in our dams in the interior of the earth? That information we need to gather. And how much water annually in a particular region people utilize. That, and how much groundwater, how much surface water available, and how much consumption of the water. That information we need to gather. That is the step number 1 for planning. Same way, petrol, diesel, coal, how much available, how much it is reserved in the interior of the earth. That is, we need to get information. Number 2, for the planning, the resources which are limited or non-renewable should be exploited scientifically and should be used only where it is necessary to use them. So exploited means to utilize these resources scientifically. Suppose water resource, farmer use the drip irrigation system or sprinkler system, means scientifically use of water for irrigation. So less water and more land will be under irrigation through drip irrigation and sprinkler system. It is example. Same way, petrol and diesel, we use it scientifically. Yes, because they are limited, they are non-renewable resources. So such kind of technology we utilize, so less fuel burn and less exploitation of these resources. It is a part of planning. So whenever we plan for the conservation of resources, first point, gather the information about the availability, utility of the resources in a particular country or a territory. Second number, list out the limited resources, non-renewable resources, and use it scientifically, and use it when it is necessary. Okay, unnecessarily we use two-wheelers, four-wheelers wherever in market or nearby place you want to go for shopping or for any your social task, and a distance you can only walk and go on your foot. You have a time, even though you use fuel vehicles, means it is unnecessarily use our vehicles. If possible, we use bicycles instead of two-wheeler as a student. That is a ideal. Okay, means it is necessary to use them, emergency, time problem, health problem, then we should use. But whenever we are in a leisure hours and emergency is not there, and 2-3 kilometer distance, and as a young man, if we use the bicycles, then it is preferable as a part of conservation of resources. Same way, instead of private vehicles, if you prefer to use public vehicles from Visnagar to Mehsana, Visnagar to Vadnagar, or even up to Ahmedabad, wherever, if number of ST buses are there and routes frequency is there and we have a time, then instead of our private vehicle, if we use the public vehicles, means a state transport, then maybe our fuel we can save. That is one example. Our main point is limited resources, non-renewable resources should be used scientifically. Third point, attempts should be made to develop those resources, the quantity of which can be increased. So here we need to make the attempt to develop the quantity of the resources. Quality and quantity, two words are there, beta. Here quantity is important. These resources are limited, so attempt should be made so its quantity increase. Instead of petrol and diesel, if we use the CNG gas, then its utility decrease, means its quantity will be increased. If we prefer to use renewable resources like wind energy, solar energy, and the quantity of the non-renewable resources can be increased. So that is also a one step. Many technical way we can develop the quantity of the resources, new and new technology, new and new alternative options. If we find out, then the limited resources quantity will be increased. So in short, whenever we plan for the conservation of resources, we should try to develop the quantity of the resources. Fourth point, the resources which are cheaper and which are easily available should not be wasted. Air, water and sunlight easily available. It means not we should haphazardly use them. We should not waste them. But instead of that, it should be used sparingly for future use. Use it sparingly for future use. In summer season, suppose in any territory, water available easily, abundant. So for our domestic use, we use water haphazardly. We use more water than requirement and wastage of water. So if rainfall is less in June, July, and maybe water scarcity created, but in May and April we do not waste the water, then maybe the spared water utilized if rainfall is late or drought occur. So short span example, but for lifetime petrol, diesel, suppose sparingly we not use, and even easily, this is not easily available, but easily available resources like land. But land today we do not use sparingly. How? You can see in urban area, Ahmedabad, Baroda, Surat, even Visnagar, Mehsana, or many cities in east, west, north, south, in 4 directions, cities are expanding. More and more construction work, and more than requirement buildings are constructed. More than requirement markets and shops are constructed. Then after they are lying just without any use. Buildings are constructed and they are there. It means cultivable land is decreasing, and cultivable land will be decreased. So in future, scarcity of cultivable land. Cement, concrete, forest are increasing because of urbanization, because of haphazardly we do the construction work. So in future, scarcity of the cultivable land. So land, water, air, sunlight are easily available. Wind energy, solar energy easily available, but we should not use them haphazardly. Use them sparingly. It is also a one step of planning for the conservation of resources. Fifth point, beta, page number 61. Those resources which are in limited quantity should be conserved. Conserved means save it, and finding its alternative option through technical development is favorable in long term. So currently main beta this land, then after coal, petrol, diesel, such kind of resources, they are in limited quantity. So its alternative if we find, and this alternative option we implement in our day-to-day life, right? Then these resources will be conserved and it will be good for the future. So fifth step, alternative option should be find to conserve the limited resources. Next step, necessary laws should be framed for the conservation of resources and should be enforced strictly. So one step is laws should be framed, or laws should be enacted to conserve the resources, right? So this is the one strictly implementation of the law. Only framing the law is not enough. First frame it, then enforce, means implement it strictly, so resources will not be wastage. Any resource here, example wise number of you can, but government, suppose forest resource, so people are cutting the trees haphazardly. If laws are framed, already framed, to cut the green trees without permission unnecessarily, it is punishable. Law is there even though people are cutting the trees haphazardly, unnecessarily, without permission, illegal cutting, but laws are strictly not enforced. So why our forest resource is not conserving, right? So laws should be framed. Then the dirty water, polluted water of industries released in the river and the river water is polluted, government framed the laws, but if it is not strictly enforced, then the industrialists, they release the dirty chemical mixed water in the river and water resources polluted. So one step for the planning is laws should be framed and laws should be strictly implemented. Next point beta, citizens should be well aware, acquainted with all the facts associated with the rational usage of resources. Acquainted means familiar. Acquainted means know. Citizens should know what is the importance of resource, scarcity of resource, how to use the resources. If citizens know it and they are aware, then they will utilize it rationally. Okay, so one step is to bring awareness among the citizens to conserve the resources. In brief, I discuss all these points beta. Planning and conservation resource is our short note. First step is collect the information, keyword about the availability of resources. Second step, which are the limited non-renewable resources, should be used scientifically. Third step, develop the quantity of the resources. Fourth step, resources which are cheaper should not be wasted and use them sparingly. Next step, those resources which are limited, its alternative should be find, alternative option, so it can be conserved. Then laws should be framed and implemented strictly to conserve the resources. And last step, awareness should be brought among the people about the importance of resource, how to use the resource, rationally use the resource, conserve the resource. Such a type of awareness should be brought among the citizen. So here only one short note select type, most important short note, direct it is, first to last word you can learn by heart, write it, and yes, same way lifetime in your practical life you need to here conserve the resources according to this way. Thank you. Jai Bharat.